What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. As you can see in the title, we are going to be ruining another car. It's like I'm just playing. Some of the internet might think that I'll be ruining another car, but I don't care. Today we're gonna start this new FRS build right here. Now this FRS right here is getting a full wide body kit, full suspension work, paint and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and film the whole process for you guys, but this is part one of the build, and I'll go ahead and show you guys how to cut and seal your quarter panels at home. So I got my buddy Nick right here. Say hi, Nick.
Hi.
You'll be helping me with the car, right?
Yeah.
So first thing we're gonna do before we can go ahead and cut this car is we gotta tape up the quarter panel with some masking tape so we can mark exactly where we want to cut. Okay, Nick, go grab the masking tape. Okay, professional car thrower. Masking tape secured. Okay, let's go put it on the car now. Alright boys, we got the quarter panel all taped up. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a Sharpie and draw a line where I'm gonna cut. So this car is going to be a stance build, so we want to make sure it has enough wheel fitment so it can sit as low as possible. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut about 3 inches up all around. So let's go ahead and measure it and then draw it out. 3 inches right there. Got the line drawn exactly where we're gonna cut it. Now to make this a little bit easier, I'm gonna go ahead and take off this rear bumper so we have more space to cut, because we are not going to be cutting this bumper right here. Okay, we got the bumper somewhat off. Now it's time to get into the nerve-wracking part, which is cutting the quarter panel. So the best tool to do this isn't an angle grinder because it's too big, so you won't have much control. So what I found to be the best thing to cut quarter panel with is this cutoff tool right here from Harbor Freight. It's only like 20 bucks, and you pair that with a 3-inch blade and you're good to go. So let's go ahead, slap on your face protection and eye protection and start cutting the quarter panel, baby. Look at that beautiful cut right there. Now the quarter panel is 2 layers. It has that top layer right here and then a bottom layer under it. So we're gonna take some pliers and pull down this layer. I went ahead and cut up the other side of the quarter panel, as you can see right here. Now I know a lot of you guys would just leave the quarter panel as is and put on your wide body, but we don't do that on this channel because we do everything the right way. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna take our angle grinder right here with a flappy disc, and what we're gonna do is grind this down to bare metal, so then we can cut slits into this inner layer and fold it up and weld it onto the outer layer. So let's go ahead and get right into grinding. The inner layer all grinded down to bare metal. So now we're gonna go ahead and grind the top layer about 1/2 inch so that when we weld, we have something to weld it to. So let's go ahead, take a flappy disc and grind down all of this. Just like that, we got this grinded down to bare metal. So now we're gonna go back with our angle grinder, cut slits right here so we can fold it up and go ahead and start welding. see the slits are all cut. Now I'm just gonna use my fingers, or you can use pliers if you want, and bend them up and get ready to weld. Alright boys, I got the tabs all folded up. Now it's finally time to weld these two layers together. And what I'll be using for that is I'll be using this Lincoln MIG welder right here. And I'm using 2-3 wire, 0.023 wire, since this metal is pretty thin and we don't want to warp the panel. So I'm just gonna go ahead, turn on this welder, and then start laying down some tacks. Now I know a lot of you guys are gonna be scared about this part because it involves welding. So if you're not comfortable with it, just go ahead and call up a buddy who is comfortable with welding and have him weld it. But for me, I'll be doing it myself today. So I'm gonna throw you guys back on the tripod, and yeah, sit back and watch me weld this thing. Welded, check that out. Super solid now, it's not going anywhere. Now I know I'm not the best welder, I just get the job done, so don't hate in the comments. I know a bunch of you internet warriors are gonna be like, Darren, look at this ugly ass weld. Man, it doesn't matter because the whole point of this is to stick it together so it doesn't come off. So now the next step we're gonna do is the last thing we have to cut. We're just gonna use our angle grinder and cut off all these tabs. And then we're just gonna do one nice coat of sealant so it looks nice and pretty. All right guys, let's go ahead and cut these tabs off. We are officially on the last step of cutting and raising the quarter panel. Now the last thing to do is we're gonna seal it with silicone right here. I just have regular silicone. Let me turn it around for you guys. You can also use seam sealer, but this works too. It's just, as you can see, regular silicone. And I have this in a caulking gun, so we're just gonna go ahead and put it all over this area. And what I like to do is I like to tape it up too, so I get a nice and crispy edge. So let's go ahead and seal this bad boy up with the silicone. Up. Now all we gotta do is take off this tape and see that nice and super crispy line. Boom, check it out. Quarter panel is all cut, welded, and sealed. And so at this point you're pretty much done with the rears. All you have to do left is cut the front fenders, and the front fenders is a lot easier. You just have to cut it, no need to weld or seal it or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that out of this video. I don't want to make this video super long. And of course, there's so many other ways to cut and seal your quarter panels. This is just how I like to do it. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up today's video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with this build right here. It's getting a full wide body kit, paint, and everything. And I'm gonna show you guys step by step of how I do everything. Stay tuned for the video coming out at the end of this week. I will be getting the wide body kit for this car prepped and ready for paint, and I'm going to show you guys how to repair cracks in your kit in case you're too slammed, driving too low, and you've completely destroyed your kit. Don't worry, I got you. I'm going to show you guys how to fix it step by step. So be ready for that video. Until next time, like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out.